Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first item on the agenda is presentations, and we don't have any presentations, but I wanted to introduce Jeff Fisher. He's our council, or our commissioner for District 1. Thank him for being here, as well as Steve. Welcome back, Steve. So next item on the agenda is the approval of the February 2nd minutes on pages 1 through 6. If I can get a motion after those are looked over.
Motion to accept the last meeting.
Okay, Cynthia has a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Alex is a second. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you. Next item is public hearing. We don't have one, so we'll move to the new business. Item 1 is the resolution 2026-04. It's the State Route 54 Fayette Coweta Connectivity Study on pages 7 through 10. So this was a study, well, it was a request for reimbursement. I mean, what do we call it?
No, it's not a reimbursement. So Fayette County and Peachtree City have initiated what they hope to be a connectivity study to find what I take to be other avenues into Coweta County. As you know, 54, 74 is just blocked up like crazy. They reached out, not only is it a Fayette issue, but it's also Coweta. They've approached Coweta. They've also approached Peachtree City, Tyrone, Sonoy, and Sharpsburg, us. For us, where it looks like they're gonna try to come in is at TDK Boulevard Extension, Mcintosh Trail, State Route 54, or possibly through another route through 74. And I've written up all the details here. It's important to note that Peachtree City has adopted a resolution back in 2024 where they actually opposed a 2020 study of coming in with various other routes. They actually made an opposition with a resolution in 2024. That said, in the previous couple of years, in 2026, I should say, they have now agreed to fund it would look like all of this, all the money that's required. So I'm going to back up a little bit here because there's a lot of moving parts. This request is going to be $700,000. $560,000 is sought for federal funding. $140,000 is from all these other smaller municipalities and counties: Fayette, Coweta, Peachtree City, and so on. So $140,000 is what's needed. Peachtree City has agreed to pay up to $140,000. Coweta County has agreed to pay, I believe, $45,000. Sonoy has agreed to pay, I believe, $5,000. So it seems just on those three municipalities alone, the $140,000 request has already been met by those. Tyrone, to my knowledge, has not yet taken this up. I think the feedback that I've received in talking to some on council is that Peachtree City's approach has largely been that they did not want connectivity in previous years, and now they are wanting us to fund a connectivity study. So this is to the pleasure of the council what you want, but the sort of the marching orders that I seem to be getting is we want to participate, but at the lowest available cost to the town.
Yeah, so there's 3 basic options that were provided to us.
The first one was $199 based on a population of 325 residents. The second option is $5,600 based on the 4% center line millage of State Route 3454. And the third option, $3,800 based on a combination of 1/3 population and 2/3 miles.
Will we have a seat at the table in negotiations if we don't give them anything? Are we
That's a great
Are we
question.
buying a seat at the table by giving them this money?
Cool, that's a good question, I don't know.
There were a lot of cautions somewhere on there that said that they were requesting, but there's no way to ensure they're getting it. Is that correct?
That's right.
Right.
There's still having to apply for it, so they may not get it, may get a portion of it. So it's uncertain what they will get, but that's what they're trying to
Also, it said $200. Is that total or per capita?
Total,
get. Total, that would be,
that would be
we
our
write it
contribution, based on 325 residents.
That seems helpful. So this came in front of us because it was provided by the Fayette County Public Works.
Correct.
It was from Fayette County, went to Coweta County Public Works, and then sent to us.
It was actually supposed to go on the agenda last month, but we didn't.
We didn't have it in time.
We didn't have enough information.
And they were looking for an answer by April, I believe, so we're still within the,
Yeah,
the benchmark of getting an answer.
Well, we've got two issues, one, and they're totally separate. Forget about whether you wanna have all their traffic coming down through Mcintosh Trail or not. But the other thing is, do you wanna give them some money to figure it all out? They have a problem. And, a couple $100, if that gives them the illusion or gives the appearance that we're playing along, that's fine, I would think. I don't wanna give them $5,000, $3,000 to figure out how to run traffic through Sharpsburg to alleviate their problem that they created by bad planning.
So, and you're saying that they're already, they've already found a way to meet the 140,000, given that if they get the grant.
Right, yeah, so there was actually
For the $500,000.
there was actually a resolution that Peachtree City passed some months ago, saying they would fund up to 140,000.
I don't see what a $199 contribution is dropping the pan on a $140,000
Oh, heck
bill.
yeah.
I just don't even see the point of writing that check.
And I think not doing it would probably be worse than the pain of $190.
That's true.
What concerns me is what Tom brought up. The thing said the purpose of it was to leave the traffic on 54. And that's gonna make our 54 worse.
Well, it's gonna make
So I think as
Mcintosh,
far as our town is concerned, it's gonna hurt us rather than help us.
Well, I think that would be studied too, is what they're saying,
Yeah.
right?
right.
well, there are two tie-ins. One tie-in would go across the creek and then go up Reese Road. And then that would put the traffic north of us. The east-west traffic north of us. The other one, the PDK, would put it right down Mcintosh.
Right.
Didn't a bunch of land just change hands on Mcintosh?
Yes.
And now they want to study the traffic?
Bingo.
Well, the traffic, the land that changed hands is not gonna affect your traffic much at all.
Well, I'm sure it'd be an option for connectivity.
Well, you're talking about what, the data center was what
Well, they want, but I'm sure they want to build infrastructure, from there. I would assume that's a part of, what they're trying to sort out here.
Well,
Whether it's explicitly stated or not.
I haven't really gotten into the data centers that much, but my understanding is that there are not that many people working there. So I don't see how that would have an effect, unless I'm wrong.
Are they asking us, they want to answer by April, so they want us
Yeah.
to adopt some sort of resolution on whether we'll
Correct.
contribute or not?
This doesn't have to be tonight if everybody wants to think
I mean,
about
doesn't it seem like a $200 contribution is kind of,
Nothing.
yeah, it's like,
True.
It's
You know.
really, I'm wondering what we're signing off.
Doesn't really seem
Just
all
write-
in,
Cause writing a check, when we write our check, for our name to be on it for.
Well, I mean, it's,
What, is it gonna come back and bite us?
no, I don't think it's gonna come back and bite us, but,
figure it out.
I think,
If we sign this, are we obligated for any further, or is this the end of it?
No, this doesn't obligate us, I don't think, to have any sort of, like, we're not on the hook to pay for
I
any
think
sort
that would
of.
be the end of the payments. We may have to
Right.
fill out some, applications or forms to contribute.
No, I mean, like, once
But as far
they
as the
find
payments
the,
concerned.
once they find the connectivity route, I mean, that doesn't hold us to, is that what you mean by
I
paying
mean, if
for?
we sign this and agree with the
improvements.
study, does that bind us to saying yes further things if they decide to do it?
I don't think so. I don't think it holds us to anything other than,
Just as one piece of paper?
We're just
Correct.
contributing to the study, not that we're
Okay.
actually binding ourselves to it.
Brad, is that correct?
That's not.
Does this agreement, if council agrees to pay something towards the connectivity study, it doesn't bind us into paying for other things that are found in the study, right?
No,
Okay. Okay,
Or to go along with it at all.
or to go along with that.
okay.
This is solely to, funding part of the study.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to give them the minimum amount,
Okay,
Minimum being 200.
190, whatever it is.
$199.
Okay.
Okay, Tom made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Polly is the second. All in favor? All opposed? Okay, Alex, Cynthia opposed. All right,
So it passed, we're gonna do 200 with Alex and Cynthia in opposition.
correct.
Yeah.
Sounds like they got all the details figured out for us.
The next item on the agenda
And then
is
approached
the
us.
special use request for Sharpsburg Baptist, their annual car show, so we're familiar with that, pages 11 through 14.
Right.
So this is just their yearly car show.
No big surprises. I guess the only question that we have off of this is last year council waived $50 fee for special use permits. And that was only for 2025. Is this also council's direction for 26, or do we want to go with the $50 fees?
I'm sorry, say it again, please.
Sure, so this annual car show, it appears to be a mirror match to what happened last year. There were no problems with last year. But in last year, council unanimously approved to waive fees for Sharpsburg Baptist Church. So my question is this also the desire of council this year, or do we want to do $50 fees? Resume those back?
I'll make a motion, we continue to suspend the fees
Okay,
for the church.
okay.
I thought one meeting we decided to do that for church.
We did it, but it was
that was
only
last
for those
year.
in 2025.
I got a quick
We
question.
do it every year.
We're just gonna do it yearly, in case council.
Yard sale or car show? Sorry, did I mishear you? Yard
No,
sale.
It's
it's-
the car show.
It's actually a
Annual
yard
yard
sale.
Oh, it's a both.
Yeah,
It's a two.
So they're
no, it's apologies, when I was writing this, I was liking about 5 different
Because they do a car
projects
show.
at once. This
Okay.
is a yard sale,
Or that's the
is what
pizza.
this is.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay,
but that's what they had last year.
it's what they had last year.
Okay.
yes.
So they throw a car show, that's annual, yard sale, and when I was starting to get this, I thought it was car show, then it was yard
Gotcha.
sale, and I just didn't catch it,
Yeah.
fix it.
Okay, well, I'll second the motion to waive the fee
Okay.
for this year.
Tom made a motion, Alex was the second. All in favor? Unanimous? Thank you. The next item is the bank OZK collateral release letter on pages 15 through 21. So we did this 2 years ago.
Yeah, so it's basically just releasing collateral that's built up. It's not really a big deal. It's something that my predecessors would just sign without council approval. It was determined 2 years ago that to sign this letter, we do need to get council approval. But I just don't see a need to run to you guys to sign basic functionary duties. If council's good, I would recommend we sign this letter and they give me authority to sign future letters like this, we can just move on with business.
What is it?
Collateral, it's they loan out money, then it gets paid out, and then it's money that is basically showing that they've been repaid back, and they wanna make sure that we're good.
Against
It's sort of crazy, and I'm, had a long day, what can I say?
It's
But I
against
still
our
put a write-up in
deposits.
there about what it is.
This is our deposits or the
Yeah.
collateral
Yeah.
that they're loaning you.
It's just for function where you look at it, the blind looking at it. But I drew
So-
about a 2-page write-up on what this thing really is.
Oh, okay.
So we did this 2 years ago and we have to do it again
Yeah, it keeps
Correct.
popping up.
because
It's just a,
It's just a formality.
on our end or their end?
They're in. That it's coming to us and they're asking us to get it done.
Right, and you can't sign this without council approval.
And I just think if we're gonna keep getting these, and they come out once every 2 years, personally, I don't see the need to keep coming every 2 years to just get a rubber
Do
stamp.
you want general permission for that or do you need a
I do.
motion?
General
You need
permission,
like
I think that puts
motion
us in motion.
to-
Alright, you give the general, permission to, so the next meeting of the call, you'll come in and let us know you did it, right?
I can do it that way, but this has been sitting here for about 3 weeks trying to get this signed.
All right, so you need a motion to sign the collateral release letters?
And then general permission, do it from here on out.
Okay, well, I'll move that, we give you the authority to sign without explicit, notification to the council of the collateral release letters, and that can be, I guess I moved the ongoing process,
Okay.
otherwise noted.
Yeah, I second that.
okay, so Alex made a motion, Thomas a second, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you.
Thank you.
Item 4 is appointments to the Sharpsburg Downtown Development Authority on pages 22 through 23. Now, Brad, it's my understanding that we have to have a resolution. Do we have to have a resolution for
Well,
new
you can-
appointments?
If you wanna go ahead and make the appointments
Okay,
today,
okay.
then we can put it in resolution form,
Okay,
for y'all to re-adopt at the next meeting.
okay,
So however you wanna do, I mean,
Okay.
if you wanna reappoint the 3, then we can do that, or if you wanna reappoint 2 and appoint someone else, we can
Yes.
do that, just whatever y'all decide.
so we're gonna have a reappointment of Sherry Woods. And then 2 new appointments, Polly has 1. Lynn Harrison. And she is going to be taking the spot of, Mike Barrett.
Tony's not coming back.
No, Tony's, he wants to let Alessandra come on, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So, I'm not under, like, where are the names of the new appointees?
We don't
Or
have them
just-
because we
okay.
didn't know until this minute. who-
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And
So
then,
these, yeah, that was what was suggested. These are, 25, so their terms already been over.
yeah,
Mhm.
so how it reads
So we're
is,
just dragging our feet on new appointees or just trying to find people?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, Polly had a new appointee and Alessandra. So Alessandra Edge will be taking the place of Tony Brown.
And then Sherry from the coffee shop is staying on?
She's staying on,
But we have to reappoint her?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a reappointment for 4 years.
Okay.
I move that we appoint those 3 then to the board for do we do it for the remainder of the term or for additional years?
It's for, yeah, we're gonna do for 4 years, cause then it's still staggered.
Okay.
So beginning on June 4, 2025 for 4 years.
Okay, Polly made a motion. Who was second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Okay, Thomas a second, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you.
I abstain.
Old business,
No, I got something I want to bring up.
okay,
Unless something has changed that I'm not aware of, we got one board member, maybe 2, that don't have businesses in the town, nor are they residents of the town.
okay,
And so they would need to be replaced too.
okay, who's that?
Yarborough and Harris.
They both have a business?
They sold a pizza place a good while back.
Yep, they have a business through Sharpsburg pizza, it's like a standalone.
It's a vending thing.
Yeah, it's like they've got a vending business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, alright. Old business, are we gonna move on to old business? Yeah. Second reading of ordinance 2026-01, occupational tax, pages 24 through 27. Okay, so this is our second reading. Do we vote on this?
Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
okay.
This is for the business license, yeah.
Yep, so we discussed this last meeting as well.
And we're reducing it by $100,
Correct.
right? Minimum benchmark is 25, but $100 is reduced off the top
Correct.
So what are we reducing it to?
by $100.
500?
Yeah.
No, 100.
Oh, 100, the first 100.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
With a $25 administrative fee.
Correct.
That's right. So everybody will pay at least 25,
Right.
and they gradually up.
Yeah, I think we discussed this at length.
We did.
I'll
So we
move
can
that
just
we
vote on it?
accept the ordinance for the occupational tax as written.
Okay, so Alex made a motion, do we have a second? Tom has the second, all in favor? Unanimous, thank you. The second item is the second reading of ordinance 2026-02, and it's the amendment of chapter 10 of code alcoholic beverages, including amendment to retail consumption dealer, distilled spirits, malt beverage and wine, license fee for annual renewal on pages 28 through 32. We discussed this as well, at length last meeting.
This makes the annual renewal $2,500 instead of having it split between 5,000 and 2,500.
Correct.
So it's just all flat at 25.
And this brings it in line with places around us.
This is only if you're consuming on the property, right?
Correct.
Specifically, yeah. Okay.
I move we accept it.
Okay, Tom has a motion, do we have a second?
A second.
Cynthia has a second, all in favor? Unanimous, all right. Okay, polling of the council,
I have nothing.
you guys have one? Ms. Polly?
No, nothing tonight.
Nothing? Alex?
I'll continue the trend. No, nothing.
Okay. Tom?
Yeah, we've got a traffic problem in our metropolis.
Okay.
Church Street from 54 to Terrentine, and then Church Street from Terrentine down to 16. Basically, it's a one-lane path. And we're getting more and more traffic on there, and then, I'm out in the yard all the time. People are always having to negotiate who's gonna go first, and you're gonna have some fender benders along there. It's just not safe. I'm proposing that we look at making Church one-way east from Terrentine to 54, and then one-way west from Terrentine to 16. Because the roads they're one-lane roads, and there's traffic trying to go both ways, and it just doesn't work. So that's what I'm proposing we look at. Now, there's another option, and that is to,
We should use our traffic money for that.
pardon me?
We should use our traffic study money for that.
Yeah, that's. Another option would be to make Church Street one-way north, or one-way east from Terrentine to 54, and then to close Church at the railroad tracks,
We'll make it like a dead end?
make it a dead end.
So,
Can you even do that?
Sure we can.
this is Church to 16, and that's Church with that little branch there?
Right.
I got you. So you're saying one way that way, one way this way?
Yeah.
One
Some
on
needs to be
Church.
done.
Maine has more. So maybe we schedule a work session or something, I don't know. Or, I don't know, it's not my decision.
Maybe it's time to do a traffic study of the whole center town area, because there was a suggestion one time that Terrentine be one way. Of course, people laughed at that, because they said that's the only street around town.
Okay.
But that, you know where that sharp curve is there at 154 is,
Yeah.
you can't see traffic coming from one way. So
That's
maybe
terrible.
it'd be a good idea to get a professional to look at the streets altogether.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one intersection you're talking about,
It's
that's,
bad.
we thought about making that a three-way stop
Yeah,
at one time.
Well, I don't think you mean on the highway?
We can't. 'cause
We
it's on the
can't.
highway.
I think, well, I mean, I'm no engineer, but I think what needs to happen on that corner is that hill needs to be shaved down so you can see, I mean, it needs to be straightened out, but the hill needs to be shaved down so you can actually see to the right.
Or maybe the trees.
Oh, the other side of town.
Trees.
yeah, that'll work.
But
This is just
again,
on
I
the hill
don't,
right here,
Yeah,
that's not my
exactly.
forte.
yeah.
So do we wanna have that added to the next agenda?
Well, let me suggest, if you're gonna
Okay.
start, redirecting, you do need to get a traffic consultant.
Right,
And get your traffic consultant to consider what you're doing and then make his recommendation.
right,
There are a couple of good, ones that do work in the county all the time. There probably is one, I know there's some traffic consultants in Griffin, and of course Wilburn, in Newman, does this.
okay,
But I would suggest getting a price from them
okay,
as to what they would charge. It's a singular thing.
okay,
And the second thing I would, tell you about whether or not you want to close off, at the railroad, is the railroad would love for you to do that.
Oh, hell, they would, yeah.
But the problem is, once you do it, you'll never get it back.
okay,
If you were to decide at some point, the railroad will not grant, they'll let you build a bridge across it, but they will not grant across it again. So,
Okay.
I think that, getting some numbers from somebody like Wilburn for you to consider at that point in time,
okay.
and they may come up with some other solution for you too, so.
Okay. So, do we have an agreement, we want that, some estimates on getting that study done, added to the next agenda
Yeah,
for
let's
us
do
to
that.
I
discuss?
think it's worth looking at.
Okay. Alright,
Yeah, we already
We
squandered.
might as well add Main Street and Highway 54 while we're studying.
yeah, we could,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
mean, you would know, you live.
It's only gonna get
My
busier.
porch looks at a lot
I don't
of
see
very
the traffic.
close calls there. And
Yeah,
I
I
got
bet.
pictures of places where people ran off the road.
Well, are we talking about the Terrentine, hasn't the landowner there said that they would be open to an easement to shave that hill down? Or that they would work with us? I
I
thought in past meetings that had been discussed that
I thought the lady died.
she did,
Yeah,
I think
it's
Blue
changed,
mentioned it. that-
yeah, it changed hands.
Oh,
I mean, I can certainly contact the current owner and breach that subject, I
I
don't
mean,
mind.
that would definitely improve visibility to,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
regrade that.
Yeah, if you have a small car, you're just,
and I think at one time the DOT was trying to straighten out those intersections.
Well, they did, there's a plan.
Yeah,
The DOT has done a plan, that I think they approved, but they wanted the town to acquire the right of way.
uh-huh,
And of course, what it does is it brings it in, perpendicular as opposed to the angle. But the house on the corner and back, you would have to acquire a right of way for it, to be able to do it. And I think at that point, I forgot what the estimate was, but it was several $100,000
it was a lot of money.
it was a lot of money to do it, plus there would be some, in their house right over the corner.
yeah,
Whoever that was, there would be, because of the way it's swinging around, some impact on them, from a proximity standpoint.
yeah,
And so I think the thing just kind of
fizzled.
sat, but,
Okay.
DOT, it's not in the DOT STIP. to do it, but DOT would allow the town to do it.
Okay,
We might just consider talking, when we talk to these people about a traffic study, maybe we would just look at making that Terrentine 54 or 154 right turn only. So you can't turn left.
well, I think either way you turn is the problem, cause
Well,
you
you don't-
can't see if you're,
If you're sitting there and you can
Well,
see to the left, all
yeah,
the way
you
to the high
can see the
school.
left.
Yeah, but where you can't see is you can't see people accelerating up the hill.
Mhm.
I don't know, it just.
Well, that wasn't the way it was designed, and you'd have to go back and get a design
Right,
with DOT if you were gonna do that
Right.
also. And they probably, before they would let you do that, they want you to again swing over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
It's still a difficult turn to the right coming in there, so.
Okay,
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you could get whoever the engineer,
yeah,
you could show them that old plan,
okay,
and, they could take a look and, very quickly tell you if it would work or not,
yeah,
before you went to anything.
okay.
that's all I had.
Okay, so, next item is an administrator's report, I'm sure.
We have
you
a
got
lot.
couple things.
We have a lot. Okay, so let's start with next month in April, we're going to have representatives from Three Rivers Regional Commission here to discuss the update to the comprehensive plan. They're going to give a broad overview of what that's going to entail, and then we're going to have to start working on it with the goal of having it completed by October. We need to have this done so that we are in compliance with the Department of Community Affairs or DCA. So that's coming. So next meeting will be a pretty substantial one, as we're going to look at future of the town. Next thing I had on was that we're going to have a resolution for the DDA appointments. We just appointed them, but we now need the resolution. That'll be on the agenda. A couple weeks ago, we got notification that the sink in here basically started flooding and broke again. Now, we had it break about a year ago or so, and I'm not a plumber, but I did my best and I was able to keep it running for about a year. But it went out and we got notification there was water everywhere. So I called in Fitzgerald, I just had them fix it. It was $328, but now it should be fixed and good for a long time.
Is that the masticating pump?
No, sir, it's not the pump, but it's the plumbing that's underneath that sink. Basically, it came all undone. That's what it did. Okay. In February, we received another grant from the Department of Transportation. This is an LMIG grant. That means we now have $12,877 in LMIG funds for road purposes. Now, I'm gonna go back to July of 25. In July of 25, this council approved $10,024 to be spent on road improvements. That went to Coweta County. It was approved by the Coweta County Commissioners, but almost all this work has not been done yet. Whenever this was approved by this council back in July, council agreed to spend $6,034 of LMIG and $4,000 from SPLOST 2019 to pay the funds. Now that we have the new grant, I would propose that we actually change it up so that we now spend $7,017 from LMIG and $3,007 from our SPLOST funds. We do need to spend 30% of our own funds, so we're going to have to spend something. But in this new configuration with the new amount of money we have, that would save the account, it would save the town about $1,000 off of SPLOST. So if you're willing, I'm sorry this is last minute, but it is last minute, could I get you guys to agree that we spend $7,017 out of LBIG and then $3,000 out of SPLOST?
So can this be done in a motion, or do we need,
Yes, it can be done in a motion.
okay,
Yeah, I make a motion we do that.
okay,
Okay.
Tom made a motion,
I second.
Cynthia was second, all in favor? Unanimous? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we have a potential restaurant. I'm gonna give you the scenario. Right next to us, we have the old post office. that post office is split into two functioning businesses, if you will allow. One of them is a church, the Holy Ghost Empowered Ministries. The other one has various people from time to time. We now have a business who wants to go in there and be a restaurant. Now they're having issues that are outside of the town's control, but one of the things that has come to our attention is they want to run food trucks. They want to be able to sell alcoholic beverages from the food trucks. Our ordinances do not allow for alcoholic beverages to be sold from any food truck. That's part one. They were also entertaining the idea of putting outdoor seating at this restaurant and selling alcohol for consumption there. Again, with their proximity to the church, that's a problem. We have to have a distance between alcohol consumption and a church. I've floated the idea, I believe Brad, you and I've talked about it, and I think if there's willingness to look at our ordinances and see if there's a way we can address some of these issues through our alcohol and food truck ordinance, would the council be open to that consideration? You're not voting on it, just taking a look and seeing, can we change it up?
Are they wanting to stage the trucks there and serve out of the trucks there, or just
At times, yes.
fill them up and send them off?
Sort of both. Sometimes they're staging right there. Sometimes they ask, can they be right here in our parking lot? Sometimes they're gonna be wherever they take their truck.
But they're also gonna be a sit-down restaurant at this location?
They have talked about building.
It's gonna be like an outdoor
like a
seating.
Outdoor seating and decking out there.
What kind of food?
Hot dogs, chicken wings, burgers, that kind of stuff.
So also and I don't know if this ties into anything, but it's, that space is rented to a church. However, we don't know how often that church is in service, or if
I wonder if it's a church at all sometimes.
I have questions, but
It's not every week, but they do come in there periodically.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've just never personally seen anybody, but.
I've been here since 21. I've only seen them 3 times.
Okay,
So, it tells you the frequency.
yeah.
Well, it still doesn't matter how often they have this in church. I don't think it'd be good. I'm sorry.
Look at the,
I don't do it.
let's look at our rules, see what we have to adjust.
Well, I think it's right now, it's at 150 feet, right?
I have to pull it again. I know that
Okay.
it's some distance on it.
Okay,
I thought it was 400, I thought.
Well, some of those
No.
are state rules, aren't they? State and
Okay,
county?
so on-premise consumption, you can set your own one, and this is what Floyd and I talked about. It can be right next door,
Okay.
all right? The state does not, now, have distance requirements from churches and schools for on-premise consumption.
okay,
There is still, what I tell you, alcoholic treatment centers, housing authorities. There's still a couple of specific, related, activities that's on there. But as far as from on-premise consumption, there is not. There is still the 300-foot rule for package sales.
right.
But not for on-premise consumption. Now, that would simply be, of course, keep in mind, it's on-premise consumption. So they could go in there and put a restaurant in as long as they met the requirements for a restaurant. So for example, in Newland 714, which is now, I forget the name of it, Lila Gray there on Spring Street, it's less than 150 feet from First Methodist, so,
Right.
and maybe 200 feet, I guess, from Presbyterian, so that's okay. Now, the mobile alcohol has been an issue in several jurisdictions, and I'm not sure, Jeff, if the county allows mobile alcohol, but right now the city of Newnan does not. So we'd have to make a change, because you got to have, in order to have an alcohol beverage on-premise consumption, you gotta have 25 tables
Right.
in your restaurant. I'm not sure what does Sharpsburg have the 25 table?
I frankly haven't looked at whether
Yeah,
they.
but anyway, it would be something we just have to take a look at.
Okay.
Number one, you may have to change your zoning ordinance, you may have to readdress your, food truck ordinance, and you certainly will have to readdress the alcohol ordinance to do those. So y'all can think on it, because I'm gonna be out of town for the rest of the month, beginning next Wednesday. So if y'all wanna consider it, and then we can draw something for y'all for May, to be able to take a look at, if that's what you wanna do.
How far along is the restaurant idea?
It's
Is that even?
sort of shaky right now. There are some things that are happening that really have nothing to do with us, and I think at this point, they're trying to consider it even if they want to be here at this
Yeah,
point.
so I mean, I don't wanna dig too much into it until they feel like they have a solid plan to actually open a business that's gonna meet the, health code requirements and, for a restaurant and that stuff too, because I know our infrastructure is not, in downtown is not too kind to, food service generally. So,
Well, and that's another issue, just like you say, is
Yeah.
that I'm not sure where the food trucks would park. If they end up parking on the right of way,
I
that's.
think
whole-
parking is an issue.
Yeah, that's a whole,
Yeah.
parking on the right of way would even, be something else you'd have to address.
Yeah.
Because I don't think y'all have any open container,
Well,
district.
there's a lot of
At
things,
this point in time,
No.
there are a lot of things
So-
that make it happen, so, my understanding is Joe, who owns that building, has also said that they can park their food trucks, I guess, right next to where Kent Richards' building used to be, right across from you, Paula. And in that open field, and I've said, nope, that's gonna be an issue.
What do you mean, right, do you mean they'll cross
That-
the
right across
highway
from
on
you,
their
where they
car?
rent the-
Right across from
Yeah.
your house, when you walk out your front porch and look, and you see that field right across from you.
You mean right
parking there.
right by the highway?
Yeah,
That's one of the ones that apparently he was told he could do.
What?
Is that property rented separately? It used to be all one piece, the house and the
Mhm.
corner lot was all one piece, is it
Yeah.
separate now?
Well, I'm
It's
not
not-
going into too much of the details as much as what
Can
Joe
that
told.
even happen?
But apparently what Joe told him is that he could feel free to park the stuff there, and I said, that's probably gonna be a problem.
Ugh.
So I mean, there are issues that are also involved.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of that resolved before we start digging into our ordinances and making
Changing.
adjustments for one business that's maybe
Yeah.
not even gonna launch.
Well, yeah, I don't think you want to just do
Definitely.
for one business, but I didn't know if that was something that was overall something you guys wanted to consider or not.
Yeah,
Well-
I think so, and I think it takes a scenario like this for us to
Yeah.
start to consider it, because of,
I'd like I'd like to either see the property owner or the business at least come in here and
Fill us in on
put
what's-
their ideas
Yeah,
before council and have a discussion.
give us something.
And
more
they
clear.
actually were intending to be here tonight, but then they pulled out at the last minute, I think also because of the other issues.
Yeah,
That, I'm not really going into those other issues
Yeah.
because I am not totally 100% on those.
Right.
But just knowing there's some other factors that they're considering.
Okay.
one
So-
thing that nobody's mentioned, that is a restaurant with, this cooking. It's gonna have some, and washing dishes is gonna have a need for a pretty stout septic system. And we don't have any idea what that septic system is like. It could be a, 55-gallon drum
We
and a
don't even
couple
know where it
PVC pipes. I know where it is.
Do you?
I know where it is, but it could be rudimentary.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Could be.
I just mentioned that for what it's worth.
okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So I needed to get direction on that, and I feel like I've gotten direction. We're just gonna hold off until this thing evolves further. Okay, we're going to go, we have a new zoning map. As you know, we did, rezoning last year, moving properties from residential to commercial, right there at, the corner of Mcintosh and 54. Three Rivers has produced a map for us, but we do need to get it adopted. But it's a zoning map, so we're gonna have to go through the zoning methodology of advertising it and then having your 2 hearings. So that's forthcoming as well. That way you have a clean zoning map. Okay? Remember, in November of this year, we're gonna be looking to put on the agenda, on the ballot, I should say, an alcohol referendum that would help the very people that we just rezoned for to be able to sell liquor. as well. So we're gonna put that up there. So anything
Yeah,
that's not good?
I spoke to Ashley Gay, she is reviewing, we've already prepared the resolution, and the notice that would run in the paper. All right, as we discussed before, with the primary and everything that was going on, she didn't want to try and get it, and, you know, we're limited to certain dates.
Yeah.
That in the, even number of years as to when we can hold those elections. Because of everything going on with the primary, she did not feel comfortable doing it in May. So the next available date will be the general election in November. And but she is going to, she has it, she's reviewing it. She's gonna let me know this week if it's gonna be, if I need to change anything. You know, I did use the website to pick out dates for certain things, closing the registration book, when we need to advertise. The referendum is a little easier to advertise than even the opening for qualification for election. So, but, so their board meets April 8th. I'm assuming we're gonna have an April 6th meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so with the April 6th meeting, we will adopt that resolution. Her board will adopt it. Then everything will be in place, and come August, when she needs to send the ballot builder all of the results from the primaries and everything for the general election ballot, she'll have our notice ready to put ready to put on the ballot. So anyway, that's an update. So be prepared on the 6th to act on that resolution.
Okay.
I spoke to Kareem Dodia today. He's the guy who's building right there on Mcintosh. They are 95% completed with their plans. However, their architect backed out at the last minute, so they're having a little bit of a delay. He indicates that he's gonna have plans to the council for us to see sometime in April. That's what's coming up, okay? Last council meeting, you guys approved a whole list of maintenance issues. Angie's been working very diligently with the people that you approved. So far, the concrete entry up front has been fixed, that lady's bathroom door's fixed, rot in the record room has been fixed. This floor was deep cleaned, and water main cutoff has been repaired. We still have a long list of others to be done, but as I'm looking at the schedule, it looks like by the 18th of this month, we're gonna have virtually every bit of it done. The only thing that is sort of still in limbo is when we get the town hall walls painted on the inside, and whenever they can come out here and fix the parking lot. All that's been approved, but that's also in the works, okay?
Okay.
You and I have a breakfast on Wednesday
Yep.
with Michael Phelps. And then two other things. Today, I received another bill for $600 for propane. That is now $2,200 in 3 months for propane.
Yeah.
We've had the company come out, the propane company come out, look at their tank, there's no leak. We've had the HVAC company come out and look, they're reporting everything is fine. So we have a mystery on why are we having so much. You'll recall, we usually, in previous years, only had to fill this up one time. Since March, we've had to fill it up 3 times. I'm sort of at a wit's end on where all this gas is going. Okay.
Someone's stealing our gas.
Somebody's
Yeah.
stealing our gas.
Or is somebody stealing the gas? I mean, at this point, it was there, then it's not. Is somebody coming and siphoning gas? We're gonna have to, how do we go through all that?
Do we have a camera out there?
We have cameras everywhere except for pointed at the gas tank.
I don't know if you can even steal propane, I don't know, but.
I don't know if you can or not, but it's going somewhere,
Yeah,
and
but-
apparently everybody is saying
I don't know
that.
if you can steal it or not.
Why are you gonna tell me you've been stealing high propane? What do you know about it?
You can get propane out of a tank. Yeah, it's just a valve.
The answer is, we don't have a camera pointed
You ever
at it.
happen to check
I
the,
don't think about it.
you ever happen to check the levels Like
Well,
every-
yes, and I mean,
You pop out and check it every couple of days or see?
I don't make it a routine thing every
Yeah.
day, but at this point, I'm about at that point.
Well, I can add that to
I
my
mean, I understood in the whole of January.
But we've already completely blown through the line item budget for gas.
Yeah.
But like,
And,
yeah.
and, what's that?
Well, we looked at last year, you know, I mean, it just, and to me, the only explanation is the price of propane increased, but
That can't
not
be
that
it.
much at all.
Yeah.
End of the day, we went from filling up a tank once a year to now we've filled it up 3 times in 3 months.
I mentioned
At
last
the end of
time,
the
I
day-
don't-
And no leaks.
That nobody can find. No, we've already brought 2 companies out. They're both saying there's no leaks.
Well, Towson, do they say that the units are using what they should be using?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
And
They made a minor correction on one of them, but they said there was no issues.
And that doesn't, and they don't think that accounts for
No,
the gas just.
no.
So
They
some-
They agreed it was a high usage, but they said their machinery doesn't
Use that much.
use that much.
So we need cameras on this now, like.
They would put a mouse trap on there. If somebody starts screaming and we can catch them in the camera one way or another. I don't
So
know.
we're gonna look to see if there's any other way we can find out where this gas is going, but also when you start looking at budgets and seeing an over expenditure on this line item, you're aware that's why we're having this issue.
That's a lot of money.
It is,
It is a lot of money.
it is.
I mentioned last time that I'm on gas for about half my house, and mine is 2.5 times what it was last year.
Really?
But you're not filling it up 3 times.
No, I'm
Once a
not, but
month.
I fill it up when I fill it up, and I
Yeah.
normally fill it once, I've done it a time, 2.5 times this time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 500-gallon tank.
Wow.
Dang.
That's interesting.
Wow.
But we're burning through it. And then last, you should all have in front of you an email that came from Blue Cole. Had some requests that he wanted to make. If you have the email in front of you, one is about bushes are growing into the right of way. I've got a request into Arbor Valley to give a quote on getting right of way cleared up as well. He mentioned in his email, can we get inmates or county crews to do it? At one time, we did have inmates, but we actually asked for inmate help a couple of weeks ago, actually more like a month or so ago. And we're told that inmate crew is no longer available. That's been cut out. That's what we were told. So we have Arbor Valley, who is going to give us a quote on what it would take to clear out some of this brush that's going into the right of way. With regard to Church Street, his second bullet point, it says part of the road is crumbling. I agree. So as already mentioned earlier in this meeting, Coweta was approved to come out and do street repairs. As I understand it, in an email from Todd Hanley, they're going to be out here at this point in about 2 weeks. And I've already asked, can they look at this part of the road, but also on Main Street right next to 16, you're also getting a pretty significant pothole there. So I'm asking them, can they take a look at that as well? It's not a part of the original agreement, but since they're gonna be here anyway, can they look at it, fix it, maybe estimate it for us, but
Yeah.
let's get that on the radar. So
And that
that's already
pothole, if I
covered.
remember correctly, that other pothole that we did was about around $200-ish.
It was, yes ma'am.
If they give us a price to, I mean, I think we should go ahead and get that taken care of.
Oh, I think
Instead of
so too.
going, bringing it before council, and what do you guys think?
I don't know that, I think getting it, I mean, if it's gonna be a $200 repair, there
Yeah.
wouldn't be a need to take it to council just to
Yeah.
inform you that we're getting it fixed. I think the more of it's gonna be the process of having to get it back to the Coweta Commission to fix a $200 pothole.
Yeah, well,
You know.
maybe they can just fix it while they're out here.
I hope.
Go ahead.
Are y'all talking on Church Street, are you talking about,
The side,
that, between the railroad track and the?
It drops
city?
off.
On your side of Church Street, yes, right over there. Not in between the railroad track and
Can we
16, it's
even
on
do
the other
anything
side.
about that, because it's the railroad?
Well, what I'm talking about is the railroad.
Well, what I'm understanding, no, well, we don't have any authority on the railroad, but if we're
Right.
talking about broken up
Right,
part of the road that's right on the railroad, that's what we're talking
on my side.
about. Yes, sir, coming toward you.
Okay, okay.
Okay. The other thing that he brought up is that there are, quote, you can see it in the email, a number of illegal signs along 54 north of Mcintosh 154 and 54 intersection. So if you think about it, if you're standing, say at Banco ZK and look north, you're gonna be looking Tax Acts, your business, Alex, you're gonna be looking at Dollar Tree, you're gonna be looking at Dollar General.
For
And
general.
going up that way, he's saying there are a number of illegal signs.
We do
4x4 signs are non-conforming, but the others need to come down.
We do have a bit of a bandit sign issue.
I'm sorry?
We do have a bit of a bandit sign issue around town, if you see
The builder signs, are you talking about the builder?
just bandit signs are like the H-stake signs, just the quick signs people make
Yeah.
sticking at intersection. I mean,
Yeah.
there are quite a few of those.
Do we know who they are?
They're just different people just stop and throw them at intersections for advertising, you
Are
know.
we allowed to take those up?
If they're in the right of way,
If they're in the right.
if they're in the right of way, you can take them up.
Okay.
And what he used to do is, he had a murderer's row out here in the back parking lot, just stick them up there, and people could come in and buy them back if they wanted to buy them.
I know, but I'm not gonna touch a sign that I can't touch, right? I mean, if it's not in the right of way,
You're the mayor.
well, I don't wanna go to jail.
Oh, why not? It make for some interesting news.
I'll build.
I know, I'll be on the front page,
I'll build you out.
What they say about advertising, all of it's good.
and I'll be on that Facebook page too that they post on there with your mugshot.
Well, I can go up and down the right of way and pull signs up, and I can do that.
I can.
But, as far as these larger signs that are up there, that I think he's also probably referring to.
What larger
Yeah,
signs?
what's he talking about?
He's
I've
the
seen
person
Lennar
that-
homes or something, like builder signs?
Signs are guess over nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I understand the small, you know,
yeah.
printed corrugated signs that they do sort of get out of control. There's quite a few of them out right now. At Williams Circle and the BP, there's.
Yeah, the
like,
BP,
bunch of
there's a
signs.
They're pulling them up.
ton.
There's also like a green iron, you know, 2 green stakes with a banner stretched in between it. I don't think that's
Yeah.
conforming to the sign ordinance either. Of course, our sign ordinance is bloated though. That's another thing that needs to be.
Ours
looked
is
at.
an interesting one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about 20 pages.
Anyway,
too
that's
long.
coming along, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, thing is, I only have a Taurus, I don't know how I can even fit these things in my car, but what have you. All right, and then last, he's asking about litter up and down the road. I'm just one guy, and I don't know if his intention is for me to run him down the road or not. I don't know if that's it, pick up garbage. So what I did is I reached out to Arbor Valley. Again, this is something that in times past we would have an inmate crew to come out. Again, we've been told there is no such thing as an inmate crew available anymore, is what we've been told. So I've reached out to Arbor Valley. They do our cutting of our right-of-ways. And over the summertime, they will go out there and get the garbage before they cut it up. So I'm asking them, would they be willing to give us a quote on what it would take to go out maybe once a month or so and just pick up garbage off the road?
I got
Why don't
an
we
idea.
do an adopt your block, so I can get somebody on every block to adopt it.
Sure. Yeah.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we go to the Baptist church and say, hey, we're not gonna charge you, these fees to have your little functions over there, but we want you to have a men's club come by here about once every month and pick up trash.
I mean, I'm
Let you,
open.
let you adopt the road through our city.
I think you could post it on Facebook too and just invite everybody to do it one Saturday, because actually, me and my wife were talking about that earlier this week. There's a ton of trash on Old Highway 16 on both sides of the road.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I never ride down that way.
a mess going towards Mcintosh, basically, if you cross over
Yeah.
towards the high school.
Yeah,
So we need some kind of trash.
And then
cleanup.
Old 16 is more than likely not even our jurisdiction, is it?
How about Team Hungry?
That section of it is,
If
it's
we
the
did-
section north of the high school, or
North of
whatever.
the high?
How about
If
Team
you turn
Hungry?
left off
Huh?
Terrentine,
Team
going
Hungry.
towards
Team
Escalade.
Hungry.
Yeah,
Team
Yeah.
Hungry.
That
before you get
section
to the
road.
three-way stop.
Yes.
Didn't we do something wrong?
And that, by the way.
That 3-way stop has a massive pothole back in it too. I know we've had that repaired a few times, and that's another pothole issue.
by the high school.
Yeah, that's where the 18-wheelers swing wide,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure. It
And
collapses
that
into the
pothole
road.
though that's 54 and 154 is
Correct.
state DOT.
That's true.
That's DOT road.
It's been repaired before though.
Mhm.
What, how about Team Hungry help doing the?
That would be helpful, but,
Well, the point is that it did come up, and so I'm looking at options, right?
yeah, we need to come up with some kind of plan.
If
for
we
that,
did it
'cause
like
it's a mess.
adopt a highway or something, maybe we could entice somebody by they could have like a little sign or something. I
Yeah,
don't
these
know.
people need community service hours.
Yeah.
They could throw on a vest and pick up some trash.
Well, that's another option too, is having the community service folks come by and do it.
So that's the
I
same
think
thing
it's
as
the same thing as what
Is
the
it?
inmates, right?
yeah.
Same as the inmates?
I think.
I think so.
The juvies, I think, juvenile, but.
I think
You know, a guy with a shotgun and a
I think
bunch
you
of
mean
guys
like
in
probation.
white suits is different than a bunch of kids
Okay, we can check into how that works,
Yeah, maybe we can coordinate something on,
Okay.
Facebook and just get the community to help out.
yeah. But in the meantime,
Take
we'll
one
get a
day.
price from, Arbor Valley, just so we know.
Yeah.
Works.
It's a mess, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's that, and then we have an executive session to talk about a legal matter.
Yep. And I have no mayor's report, so. Yeah.
All right, so no mayor's report means we're going into executive session.
Yes.
Okay, we need a motion to go into,
Yep.
I'll move that we go into executive session.
Okay, Alex made a motion.
We need to go in.
Thomas second. All in favor?
Are you in favor?
Unanimous? Thank y'all for coming. Thank you, nice meeting you. Yeah.
Unless they change it, those domiciles you got out, yes.
Oh, the flag sign? Yeah, I just wait until somebody tells me.
They just did.
Yeah, I didn't
Who's gonna stop?
No, maybe you didn't know it.
Hey, the cop, everybody else was there.
Oh, you need to turn your.
Hey, Floyd,
Coffee shop,
we
nice
just asked
man.
the public, they want to.
Public
I
comments.
don't see anybody giving Frank Wren the third degree.
Well, they.
Why? Because he managed the Braves,
Yeah,
was one of their most least successful times.
I think we're good.
The only successful time.
No, that's their least successful time. 07 to 14.
Floyd,
Yeah.
do you know the reason why they came to visit?
Really?
Well,
They won. some
They usually just
divisions,
do.
but-
Yeah.
Steve usually does that. No, I
Steve,
don't.
what about the other couple?
Jeff, that's our district
That's okay.
commissioner.
So he just came to see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't do judges.
So
I
that, again, though, why this come off the agenda about the public comment?
know, and I forgot, I didn't even